at the end of the day, we have quite complete car at the right price. A really good price, actually.
Yeah, the price is fantastic.
It's an affordable luxury vehicle in a small format. And you don't expect that in many markets, so
yeah,
that's great.
You'll see the difference now. If you change it, you know how. Nothing ever stays the same. Once you let it change. It's like a family tree. Part of you and part of me. Should separate. Go your own way, I won't wait.
Ok, Russell, bueno, vamos a empezar a hablar de este Volvo EX30. Creo que es uno de los autos que mayor intriga me producía de lo que se lanzó este año, más con la preventa. ¿Por qué? Porque la preventa en Colombia de un vehículo como este, de unas especificaciones muy similares, salvo algunos detalles de equipamiento, es esta: un motor sencillo de unos 272 caballos, rear wheel drive, right?
Yes.
Motor atrás, una batería de un tamaño muy estándar, unos 64 kWh, para una autonomía en el ciclo WLTP de 480 kilómetros. Está perfectamente bien. Sin embargo, este Volvo es mucho más que esos números teóricos tan estandarizados en los vehículos eléctricos. Y mientras algún día dejan de pasar todos los carros de Pasadena, pues vamos a empezar a hablar con Russell de Volvo para ver algunos aspectos. So Russell, something that I really liked about this car is that in some cases, in other manufacturers, in their small cars, they don't feel refined. But in this case, the NVH levels and the way this car drives, it's like on bigger Volvos in the good ways, because it is quite small, compact, really useful for the city, but the range is more for going around in a road trip, and at the same time it's a silent car. The ride quality, it's great for its size, and the quality feel, it's up there with bigger Volvos. You don't miss anything about any other Volvos because the quality, it's there. So I'm quite surprised in those aspects. And then there's the price. In my main country, in my local country, in Colombia, and in many other countries such as Mexico, and maybe even here, this car is priced, being Volvo, a more upscale brand, but the price is more of a volume branded car. So how, in your opinion, how did you achieve that? Because it's a quite accomplished product, but with a price that it's surprising.
Well, I'm glad you like it. There's a lot to like about the car. The price, the technology, the complete offer, the powertrains, the efficiency, it's all there. It ticks all the boxes, as it were. As a company that's been around almost 100 years, trying to do things that's best for humanity, whether it's inventing the 3-point safety belt and releasing the patent to the world, or inventing the lambda sonde oxygen sensor to help reduce emissions, or do a huge amount to reduce emissions globally. We always want to do things that impact people in a broad sense. And bringing electrification to the people is important to us to do, because if we don't get more people in electric cars sooner, it's that much longer that we have to live with fossil fuel burning vehicles. And as a company that is set a goal to be climate neutral by 2040, part of getting there is making sure that we have a 100% electric fleet by 2030.
Wow, that sounds ambitious, because 2030 is not that far away.
It's not that far away. It's very close, actually.
Yeah.
But the EX30 is a new entry point for Volvo. we call it, you talked about how the car feels like a bigger Volvo and all the attributes of the premium brand. We have distilled that down into this espresso shot of Volvo is what we're calling it.
That's nice.
And it is nice. It's concentrated. It's all there. It's all the things that you know and love about the brand. It's as safe as any Volvo can be. It is probably one of the most exciting products we've ever brought to market. And we hope that the price that it's at will be appealing to more people than ever. Not only premium buyers, but people who aspire to own a premium product, but may not be able to afford the prices of some of our current products, or something like the EX90 that's coming later, which is much bigger, of course. So it helps us to bring more people to the brand who either thought about us but couldn't afford us, people who maybe didn't think of us before as a premium brand and were driving other vehicles are now considering Volvo as a real option to be premium.
Yeah, because I'm gonna put an example in Spanish right now. Let me switch to Spanish. Un ejemplo que quiero poner: un BYD cuesta en muchas de sus versiones y productos lo mismo que este Volvo, y al final del día esto es un Volvo. Es verdad que el capital de Volvo es chino, es verdad que esto comparte una plataforma with Seeker, I believe so, but the Volvo touch, it's there. You can feel the car, the standards of the car are up there. Even with this platform sharing, you can feel the investment. So this is really, really interesting. And there is something that shows some creativity in many small details, and that's also the added value of this vehicle, because the ergonomics for a car that wants to be so simple and clean, in many cases that's not very positive, but in this case, yeah, we have a screen that centers a lot of functions, but the car still has some usability. It's easy to use, it's easy to understand, and that's valuable, because many cars that center many functions in the screen, it's very easy to get distracted, but not in this case, at least on my point of view. You know 2 or 3 things, basic things, and you know how to drive this. So that's good design. That's good development. It's not only let's pack this with technology and let's put a screen there and that's it. No, you have to design some menus. You have to put everything in the right place in these menus. How is this put in every place? So it's really, really interesting how the concept of this car, and for its size and how quasi it looks, even with being a small car not always looks this sharp and this sophisticated. I normally don't think about design, but in this case I have to do it because it is quite accomplished, this product, in many ways, in how it drives, in how it feels, in how it looks, and the experience in here. So really, really interesting. I think it's one of the most interesting vehicles I've driven this year. So things are going to be good, I think, for this car in many markets, not only in first world markets but in many global markets.
That's great to hear. We hope so too. And I know personally many of the people who led the design on this vehicle, the user experience and exterior design, interior design, and even design overall, come from a hugely talented group of people who put a lot of thought and effort into what the driver will experience, what the owners will feel when owning and driving this vehicle. With so much technology available, it's very difficult to fit all of that into a modern vehicle. Hard buttons are expensive, they break, they can be difficult to operate without looking away from the road in many ways. So what we're doing is we're looking at how can we integrate all of that technology into a system that works well. And I do, there is old habits die hard for sure, and we see a lot of folks, reaching for the screen to control things the way they used to control them when it was buttons on the dashboard. But with new technology comes new ways of doing things, and we've spent a lot of time and effort to make sure that the screen is as undistracting as possible, which is why we've worked to integrate Google Assistant, which is why there are controls on the steering wheel that you can work with by feel. So the idea is that you set everything in the screen to begin with before you set off from the dealership even,
Okay.
right? You set your radio presets, your Spotify sources, your mirror presets, your HVAC is all pre-programmed, tied to a key or a profile or both, so that every time you get in the car, it's personalized, and then everything else can be done in those ways. If you're using the screen while you're trying to drive, you're doing it wrong.
Okay, so the idea is that there's a personal setting and that's it, and you barely touch the screen.
Correct.
Or some, for example, the mirror adjustment. You
Yeah.
barely touch it because it's already been set.
Right.
You only do it once and that's it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Other things that you might use more often, like climate control or radio presets, can be done by voice. I'll give you an example right now. Oh, over here to the right.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's that communication.
No worries. Hey Google, set temperature to 72 degrees.
All right, changing the temperature to 72 degrees.
So now I've just raised the temperature in the car by 2 degrees or 1 Celsius.
And it was fast and easy.
Fast and easy. I didn't take my eyes off the road. I didn't have to fumble for buttons. I didn't have to do anything. And there are other functions of the vehicle too that you can operate through those systems. You can raise and lower the fan. You can you can call up navigation. Hey Google, take me to the Westin Pasadena. And it's floating up right now.
Yeah, fast and easy.
Now it's on there. I don't have to fiddle with buttons again. I'm not punching anything in. I'm not finding a destination.
Turn left onto West Walnut Street.
There you go.
And
Continue on West Walnut Street for 3/4 of a mile.
And the understanding of this interface, it was quite clear because it was like some spontaneous talking and it just got it.
Yes, and it's and that's Google Assistant. That's Volvo was one of the first to partner with Google. So we've integrated Google Automotive Systems into the car, which is Google Maps and the Play Store and Google Assistant. So I can download apps from the Google Play Store that work in the vehicle.
Okay.
It's things like Spotify, things like TuneIn, which can get you global internet radio basically from all over the world. So lots and lots of things that help you connect your digital life, things that are on your phone, now integrate with the vehicle. And by the way, Apple CarPlay works with this car as well, wireless Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, there are many people asking for that. But yeah, at the end of the day, we have a quite complete car at the right price. A really good price, actually.
Yeah, the
As I
price is
said,
fantastic.
It's an affordable
Yeah.
luxury vehicle in a small format, and you don't expect that in many markets. So
Yeah,
that's great. Okay,
the
so
car
what-
has a sense of humor too.
Yeah.
Hey Google, heard any good jokes lately?
I'm offline, so I can't do that.
Oh, damn.
I can get directions on real calls and play radio.
Okay.
Oh, I should have tested that beforehand.
Well, Russell, thank you for your time. Really good experience here,
Yeah,
and well, I'm sure you will do really good with this new EX30.
we're very happy with it. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Ustedes, quienes nos ven, son lo más importante para nosotros, Así que si les gustan nuestros contenidos, no olviden suscribirse a nuestro canal, darle like al video y activar la campanita de las notificaciones.